Hello, and welcome to another Super 3 Boy Blender tutorial. Today, we're going to go over a heavily requested feature on forum.nistic.com, the official forum for these tutorials. A lot of people requested that I do armatures, and so that's what I'm going to do today. Um, just to let you guys know, I have a new section in the Blender 3D category on forum.nistic.com, user tutorials, where users can submit their own tutorials here, and so you can just get some more tutorials to help with your learning. Also, if you go up in the nav bar up at the top at forum.nistic.com, you can view all the Blender tutorials, the same ones that are on YouTube, but at a higher quality than YouTube. Also, I might be adding some hint hint extra tutorials only in this section that will actually be there a few weeks before being put on YouTube. So I suggest hint hint you check it out on forum.nistic.com. So let's go ahead and have fun with some armatures. So here I am in the Blender 3D software, and we're actually going to use our default cube today. So what we're going to do is go View, Side, or Numpad 3, hit the S key, hit Y, and then 5. So we're scaling this 5 times its size on the Y axis. So now we have a nice little long rectangular thing here. So after that, we go down, we just want to get in the middle to the left of it. Click right about there, hit Shift S, and you can snap a bunch of things to locations like cursor to grid, which is what we're gonna do just to make everything more exact. Hit space, add mesh. Space, add armature, and you can see a little tiny thing pop up on the side here. We're going to go into wireframe mode by hitting the Z key. Just make everything a little bit easier to see. Then you're going to hit the G key, and we're going to move it to this blue line, which is the center. And we're going to hit the E key to extrude, and just kind of get it on the edge of our rectangle here. So what I did, I added an armature, and it's in edit mode. I just grabbed it across and then extruded, so we have two little bones here. So after we do that, we go down here to our toolbar, and we're going to select these options. We're going to select X-axis mirror, X-ray, and auto IDK. Now, auto IDK really doesn't matter, but I just like it. It gives it a more like kind of arm feel. Like if we're to go down here to the different modes and we're going to pose mode, you can see that it gives it, I'll zoom out so you can see it a bit better. It gives it a little kind of constraint there. It's a little sporadic now because I'm just trying to keep it in the view here, but you can see it moves more like an arm when I have it on that auto IDK. So you can play around with that. But if I was to, I just left clicked and undo with Control Z. If I was to undo auto IDK and go back into pose mode, it'd just be kind of static like that. And I'm just using the G key. You select these like any other objects. So after we do that, I'm just gonna select back auto IDK because I kind of like it for this tutorial. And then we're gonna go back into, this is edit mode. I just hit tab, go to object mode, and hit draw names too, so you can kind of see the names of the things. So we're in object mode. We want to select the little the rectangle here. This is just a cube that we just made a little bit bigger, as you can see as I free rotate with Alt. hit W, subdivide it 3 times, I guess, would be good enough. Go back to the side view, and we're going to go down here. We're going to create a vertex group, new, group, set a sign. Remember, everything has to be selected. All these vertices, you can select everything with A or deselect with A. So everything's selected, assign. And then from there, we want to go just tab, get into object mode, add modifier, armature. And usually the armature is named armature, so that's the object. So we just paste it in here. So we don't have to go and spell it out. I might spell it wrong. I'm a bad speller. And then the vertex group that we just created over here is called group. So we simply call it group and deselect envelopes. So now, the last thing we have to do is take this rectangle here and make sure that's selected with the click, and then shift, right mouse button again to select those two. Control P, make parent 2, name groups. So now, if we go into pose mode here, and check this out, see how it deforms with the little thing here. I'll zoom out so you can actually see what I'm doing. It just kind of deforms there with a little armature. And you can add a lot more armatures than what I have here. I just have 2, just to make it nice and simple to explain. So you can add more armatures with the extrude, and but you have to do that in the beginning process. I don't think you can just change it. I'm gonna just left click there, auto IDK, and I'm just hitting the G key, and that's without the auto IDK. So you can kind of see the difference there. So I kind of went a little fast on this tutorial because I only have 10 minutes and there was a lot to cover. But those are just the basics of armatures. They're used to basically uh, provide a skeletal structure for characters or objects. So if you were making a character, you would want to rig them or something like that so you could pose them different ways. And if you want to get more into this, I would suggest my Super 3 Boy making a character in Blender DVD, which is coming out in about a month or so. So if you're interested in that, just send me a message. And in that DVD, we have a lot more time, so we're going to go a little bit more in depth with armatures towards the end of the DVD. So I hope you learned how to do armatures in this tutorial. And so just play around with it, get used to it. You might have to replay this tutorial a couple times. It's a pretty hard concept. So just have fun with it, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.